Hi, this is William. We're doing the video portion of this assignment for week 9. Not to forgive me, I had a bug for the last few days, so my voice may be a little bit on the low side, but let's get it started. So primarily we were working with 3 different functions here. We had the project app layer, the project service layer, and the project DAO layer in this assignment. So in the project app layer, we had assigned some private variables specifically to this app, namely operations. So it's like the access menu that you can use when interfacing with the application. An input, the scanner, and object called project service. So the objective of the app was just to run the app and accept user input. And then from there, depending on input with this application, we only really had 2 functions that the user could do before moving into actually adding information. So we had a function that will determine what the user will select. And from there, it will either exit the program, which it's, for this instance, just hitting enter on the command console will just close out the program, or option 1, which was add a project. That is the data tables that we're using for this assignment. Our projects themselves, when we go to create project, they consist of 5 different variables. It's a project name, estimated hours, actual hours, difficulty, notes. So in essence, it's like, hey, I want to do this. I expect it to take this long. It actually takes this long on a difficulty scale from 1 to 5. This is how difficult it is. And here's some notes about said project. And so that was our app layer. The service layer, it was kind of a branch between the app layer and the DAO layer. And in our DAO layer, we actually had written the way that Java is going to talk to MySQL. So when we do give the program this input, it knows how to correctly correspond the input that we're giving it to MySQL and update our database. So if we run this program, we'll see that we only have one option currently. It's add a project. If we want to quit, we can press enter. I'll do that at the end. But for now, we'll add a new project. So project name, we're going to say that it is fuel a car. Like go into the pump. How long does that usually take? That usually takes about a quarter of an hour, 15 minutes, right? Actual hours, maybe it was busy that day, so you had to wait a little bit longer. So in all honesty, it took you 30 minutes. So we'll say that it took you half an hour. Difficulty, it's not that difficult. It's pretty streamlined these days. So we're gonna put that as a 1. And project notes, we're gonna say to refuel car with gasoline. And we'll send that off. And you'll see that we've connected to our schema projects. And we've successfully created this new project. Its ID is number 2. I already have one in there from original testing. But these are the data that is going into those data tables now. And then it will bring us back to our original menu layer, asking one of two things again, if we want to add a new project or if we want to exit. So now we can exit, we'll just hit enter and it will say exiting the menu. It will close out the application. And we can actually see the product of our program. So we're going to go into MySQL Workbench. We're going to refresh this boy. I'm going to open up my projects, go to project, check it, and we'll see we have, hey, fuel a car. And we have estimated time, actual hours, difficulty, and the notes that we input. Thank you.